So we're going to spray paint this engine. The 235 cubic inch engine is going in back in here eventually, when this is all done too. Just getting this ready. Stripped everything down, pulled it out of the truck. There's a lot to it. Took 2 hands. Sorry about the echoing sound as well. My mic broke. I need to buy a new mic. So we're going old school. But yeah, we yanked everything out. The tranny transfer are out of the truck now. The springs are just about ready to come out. That'll be in the next video. I pulled the bell housing off. What a chore, man. I'll go back over how that all comes out. Newer bell housings on bolt from the back, and you just sort of pull them off, and you can pull the clutch and the clutch plate and all that stuff off. And then the flywheel, not so with this one. You have to drop everything out from underneath, and then the bell housing comes off. Time consuming, so you know what, we just had to get to it. And I needed Jamie's hand. So we got that done. I've got this epoxy primer paint right here. It's a 2-part actually. So there's a canister inside here. You shake this for a few minutes, and then you push this in, and the activator agent sort of squeezes out, and you got to mix that all up. And I know, don't make fun of my shirt either. This is my son's shirt. That's all I have here. Not trying to show the guns today. I'm gonna try this epoxy paint. No idea how it works on a motor. We've used like engine degreaser on there, and then we used some what do you call that?
Brake cleaner?
Yeah, brake clean and vinegar and stuff, and we kind of tried to take most of the stuff off we could. I've left some things on that could sort of stay on that are going to get painted over. This is going to actually be sandblasted. This is a new fuel or new water pump and thermostat housing and all that. You know, they're okay to get painted. I've got a new distributor, so I'm just using that one to cover the hole. This is pretty funny. A new valve cover and side cover here are $46 to order them online. So instead of painting these and taking, you know, the time to sandblast them, I'm just going to order new ones and put them on. And they're blingy, so I'm not even going to bother painting those. Oh my goodness, look at that stuff going on. So this is epoxy paint. So I'm going to hammer this on, and then we're going to come back and hit it with the proper color. Well, it's actually a Ford color. It's a Ford blue, not a GM blue. I should have a mask on, Jamie. You're not wearing a mask. You got gloves on. You got gloves. I was talking about safety. You know, this stuff goes on pretty thick, actually. I've used epoxy primers on sled tunnels, and they're awesome. This stuff is bulletproof. This one actually fills the grooves pretty well, too.
It what?
Like it fills in behind areas.
Yeah, the gaps. It's a filler primer almost.
Yeah. We took the wire brush, the wire wheel to this. Jamie went nuts with it. I usually give it a few minutes between coats, and I don't give it very long. So you can't come in the next day and recoat this with this primer, with this epoxy primer, because once it cures and hardens, you need to scuff it back up in order for paint to stick to it. So you got to get your work done, and you got to get it done kind of within the same day. After you use this paint, it's good for 4 days in the can, and after that, it's not going to work for you anymore, according to the instructions. Digging this color.
I was going to say that. It looks nice and military, just like that.
It does, doesn't it? Well, I've done this before where I've painted engines and transmissions and transfers, and you know, people like black with silver parts and stuff. Well, it just means when you're under there trying to do something, you can't see oil leaks, you can't see what you're trying to do in the evening or at night if something's broken down.
You'll see it with this.
You'll see it with that color. I might just leave it like that. I don't know. I've had kids fun. Because, you know, everything doesn't have to be a super duper awesome, wicked, expensive restoration, right? You know, I could tear this motor. I don't even know if this motor works, but I drained the oil out of it, and oil was fine. There wasn't even sludge in it. There were no bearing pieces. There was really nothing on the magnet.
We were able to turn it. It wasn't seized.
It wasn't seized. One little mouse nest partially into the manifold. No big deal. It didn't go inside. There's really nowhere it can go. Can't get into the cylinder unless it's squeezed down through a valve, and that's pretty tricky. But everything turned over. So, you know, there's really no reason for me not to believe that this motor works. If you want to go crazy on a full-blown restoration, you put the original motor back in that, which is a 216. This is a 235. It's got more. It's got 19 cubic inches more. That's a good thing, right? Right, Jamie?
It's got to be at least a half a horsepower.
I think the original motor was 90, and this one's 120.
I thought you said 80.
80? Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look that back up. All the internet experts out there will correct me. So I'll come back through, and those mating surfaces for the exhaust and intake manifold, I'll have to resurface that. And I'll do the same with the manifold.
You need to come in at the at the angle from the front.
I just had an explosion of...
I see that.
What's happened here? Not like that. I hate stuff like that. You know what? This can cost me 25 bucks. Seriously? 25 bucks for this can. It drives me crazy. They can't even make a can these days. Don't get me started. Do not get me started. 25 bucks. Canadian. Which is like $3 US. Oh, I love that. So, who is this here? This is made by Spray Max. Spray Max epoxy primer. 3680032 is the type. That's awesome. All over my engine mount. Much appreciated. And I can't stop now. I gotta get this done. That is brilliant. Brilliant. I'm sure it's my fault somehow.
Of course it is.
You didn't hold your tongue the right way while you're spray painting.
You still need to come back from the front and spray towards the back.
And then I need to do it the other way as well. That is cold on the hands.
Compressed.
She's frozen. Look at that. That is ridiculous. Knuckleheads. You know what? I'm putting this on pretty thick, and it doesn't even run. I'm just bogging it, so you usually wouldn't spray this paint like that, right?
Yeah. I want to get at the root of the distributor too, on this side. I actually really like this.
The color?
Yeah.
Me too.
I think I'd just leave it.
I'm gonna leave it like that, mainly because, Jamie, I'm not probably gonna ever buy another can of this stuff.
I'd still come in here. You've got some heavy shadows. Like right on the webs. That's the other we can. Half of it's on the floor.
Good job, Spray Max. Spray Max?
Spray Max.
Spray Max.
2K.
Good job. Kiss my butt, Spray Max. What a mess. That literally froze my finger. It looks good.
It looks really good, actually.
Yeah, but I wanted more on it. Oh, look at your ratchet. Don't worry about it. I'll fix it. That is nuts. That's disappointing. I didn't even get it all done. Jamie's DeWalt. I tell him never bring your tools into the shop.
See if the buttons still switch after that.
You know what? I think Spray Max should buy you a new set.
A whole new set.
That's crazy. That's very disappointing. I'm gonna link this video to them. Oh my god. I mean, I could have stopped, but I couldn't have. Brand new stand. I don't know if acetone will take epoxy off.
I don't know either.
Okay, so what else can we talk about? Couple bends in the frame. I don't know if we talked about that last time.
Yes.
Few little issues. Yep, that's going to go in. We do have somebody to bring this to
Attempt to straighten it.
to straighten. My rad was completely shot. I took it to a rad shop and they basically would have had to rebuild it. It was going to cost me $1,100 to $1,200 to rebuild it. So I found this one online. Check that out. All aluminum. All aluminum 4-core rad will bolt right in. Bam. And check out this bling right here. Chrome coil. Look at this. Take these off so I don't paint all of that.
Oh, you want HEI?
I believe it is HEI, yeah. Internal HEI, because most of them have a big
Block on the side.
blocky thing out on the side, yeah. So, yeah, isn't that a beauty? That's going to go on there as well. Kit in with wires, a wiring harness, all kinds of cool jazz. Vacuum and vents. I did have an email in from somebody, and it's a very good safety point. I get excited. It's those tanks, especially when we're cutting. You know, they should be mounted to a cart or mounted to a wall. If they do fall over and you bust the valves off on them, it's not good, especially with acetylene and oxygen. Not a good thing. So yeah, we're gonna remount those up to the wall when we're doing any other kind of work here. All my U-joints are shot. I need to replace all the U-joints. So I'm going to do that and I'll show you how I do it. I may have bought another truck. Well, I did. It's a cab 13 style. It's a gun. It's a gun tractor, is what they call it. It doesn't have the very box part, but I'll find a picture of it and I'll show it to you. It's a really cool looking thing. Yeah, I guess the Power Mods Army needs a fleet, right? So, and then there's one other one I'm looking at too. It's a different style, or it's the same style, but it's a bigger truck. They have big tires on it, and it'd be cool to put a sled deck on. Big deck, 4 sleds on each level. And what else? So the next thing to do, I know this is a short little video, but it's a bit of an update kind of thing. I'm getting my flywheel resurfaced, ordering my clutch today, a whole new clutch kit. The frame's going to come off like I said, then that'll be tomorrow hopefully. And And then I'll get to bring those springs in and get those redone at Malmberg's. And that is it. I'm gonna leave the motor that color. I think with a new valve cover on there like that, on there, chrome or black?
I'd go black,
Black?
I think. Chrome won't look good on that white.
I don't think it would either. Chrome and I don't think they had a chrome version of the army truck.
No.
Did they have the Silverado? I don't think they did. I don't think so. So yeah, we'll go black. A black valve cover and black side cover. And then I'll re-bolt everything on. I'll sandblast the where the harmonic balancer goes on. Just that little plate. It'll all tidy up pretty good. It's gonna look pretty good when we're done. And I think that's about it for now. Yeah, a little bit of an update video. Tomorrow, we'll get into this, and we'll run the frame into the frame straightener guy, so he can look at it and say, "What the heck are you guys even thinking of doing?" Yeah, it'll come out all right. I think so. What do you think, Jamie?
A few little cuts and tweaks and fillers that need to be done. And
There's one part missing. Everybody take a look at this. So you CMP guys out there, because I know there are some watching. I have been buying parts and pieces. There's a back section of this frame that's missing, and it actually houses or holds the pintle hitch mounts to it. It's kind of like a leaf spring system. So I need the back section off of one of these frames. Anybody in the kind of Ontario, Quebec region, let me know if you have something like that. I can pick it up, or we can ship it by bus or something. I don't know. There's guys have these things parted out, frames and all kinds of things later on. The CMP gun tractor that I bought has a mid-mount winch on it as well, and the winch comes out the back. It's pretty cool. You should see it. It's all there. It's all original. Very cool looking truck. And that is it for now. I gotta go home and get some sleep. I was up all night last night. Let's get out of here.